Hi, welcome to Jade Gaming. My name is Adam, here with Austin as Erich, Ryan as Henwick, Bob as Kalidan, Nick as Jimmy, for the 33rd session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Last time, y'all headed out west from your Drow city, the last of the exits that you've not taken, and found that it quickly led into a field of fungus. For like a day and a half-ish of traveling, you came across a city, having met some more tribal-ish fungus people who told of the Lawbringers.
What kind of creatures are fungus in 5th edition?
Plant.
Are they plants?
Yeah.
Would awakened plants work on them?
I think Awaken has to be done to non-intelligent things.
Maybe. I don't know. Some of those tribals might have had low enough intelligence.
But yes, you found
They didn't seem too bright.
a very structured city of fungus, and followed the compass to what seemed to be a palace-ish there. Obtained an appointment.
I knew I would be let in right away. I'm sure they'll want to see me right away.
Met with the sovereign in the palace. So, here, just after midday, you left sort of deciding to explore the shops and grounds of the city. I think the idea was until the next day when the compass would reset.
Oh yeah, they just made Awaken into one spell now. Waken animals, waken plants.
Oh, yes.
One spell now. And yeah, 3 or less. So I think maybe some of those tribals would have qualified.
The dog thing might have.
Yeah. Waken that.
Still, at the very least, many of their buildings are made out of fungus. I don't believe you have awakened those, so don't fear.
Huge or smaller.
So anything shaft
So, like,
size?
you couldn't wake up the palace,
And
but
it costs 1,000 gold per.
Oh, well, there you
And 8 hours of casting time.
go. Well, that reviving dead costs less than that.
But yeah,
Mhm.
dead were already alive. The dead already had, like, a soul.
Yeah.
You are literally having to create one new for these new creatures.
Huh? So you're saying dogs don't have souls?
Dogs have higher intelligence than 2.
And no, dogs don't
3.
have souls.
Yeah.
Gotta beat 3.
3 or less?
They're
Realize.
animals. They don't have
Yeah.
souls. They're dogs.
I saw a movie, and I'm pretty sure they do.
All dogs go to heaven?
Yeah,
I've
saw
seen 2.
No, those dogs were awakened.
I'm pretty sure those dogs all
That's a good point. Those were awakened dogs. Those absolutely were. The plot would not have worked. You wouldn't have understood it if they weren't.
Basically, if you want your dog to go to heaven, you have to feed it $1,000 worth of gold. Nom nom nom. And then I don't know.
Spend 8 hours.
Pet it for 8 hours and remind it that it is in fact the goodest of boys.
Yes, that's basically that's the rule.
And if you want to awaken a cat, why would you want to put a cat in hell? Because that's the only place cats go.
But they're so wonderful.
They're not. They're the second worst. Guinea pigs are the worst.
I feel like there's a story behind that, but we're gonna move on.
I believe we were shopping for flamethrowers.
Or just shopping in general and seeing what the stores had to offer here.
Yeah, there's.
Wait, these are myconoids. They might just give us stuff for free. They might not have a concept that money is good stuff. I mean, they do trading, obviously, but...
You have 2 things. I have no thing. Let's share. You give me 1 thing.
If they're dirty communists, we'll have to burn this to the ground.
Once we equally distribute all their wealth.
Yes, to us. Because some of us are more equal than others.
Yes, very lawful. Look at that square.
Yeah, so well-greeted city, and there are rows of housing and shops. Generally, no windows. Some have doors. Some have what are loose curtains of some sort of other fungus. But in general, things are open. Not something that's completely foreign to you. from where you've grown up, but
A lot less weather concerns.
well, it's not even just that. Well, I mean, his city is open. They don't generally lock their doors. Your city just happened to have, like, the entire city was locked off to make it a trusted community. This seems much more open to anyone coming through. So you're not sure exactly what protections they then are using, but it does seem to be open. You are not. There are signs over many doors, but things are written in a language that basically the pollen, the spores that are enabling you to communicate with each other telepathically as well as with the other creatures around do not enable you to read the written language that they seem to be using, and it is not familiar to any of you.
I don't feel like spending the time to read it. I'm just going to ask somebody if, well, what do we want to go do first?
I don't have any money.
Well, we could ask about lodging, or ask for any exotic goods they have. Shops.
Lodging. But we got a great outdoors right over there, Nick.
Great indoors, really.
Or just unusual wares.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, they have those flamethrowers, so they might have other interesting things.
Yeah, just ask somebody, where's your nearest magic curio shop?
Or technology.
What's curio?
Curiosity.
You can be curious about all sorts of things.
Like why you don't know how to answer a question.
Well, where are the shops that have the flamethrowers? I think about the tools the other group was using.
The staffs of holy might?
Sure.
Yes, you can find that by going through one of the churches.
To church!
Well, I got the guy there. I asked him if he knows where the magic casters are. People who use books and do magic
Do they have any magic here?
And it's
Well, I mean, there are written texts within the church as well.
I'm kind of thinking they don't have arcane casters, period, right?
and I'm like, oh, and so you don't know arcane magics. Okay.
Or their arcanists are just really religious.
Could be.
Or stupid.
Let's go take a look.
So you play a wizard who's a dedicated priest. Heal me, priest! I'm not that kind of priest.
But I can lay down the holy fire.
I will pray for your soul.
And then I will bind
Can't you
it.
pray for my soul with 500 gold worth of diamond dust and bring it back?
Ooh, no.
No. Let me draw this summoning circle and I'll just bind your soul here.
There we go.
Now turn into an outsider.
So, do you head for that, or do you ask more of other...
Go to church.
Anyhow, you find sort of a central garden of a church off to the northwestern-ish side of the city. And yeah, various...
Okay.
Here is actually probably the first non-myconid or non-fungus person that you see in the city. Because you see an elf, a wood elf to the rest of you, that is also tending the garden, speaking along with some of the myconids off to the side.
Approach.
Doesn't seem to...
Hell!
Yeah, and it's like, do you know if the city has any arcane casters in it?
You do not know how to make an introduction, I say to your character.
Nope.
Hello, we're from out of town, and
Yes.
we're visiting your lovely city.
I didn't recognize you. I thought as much.
Yeah.
Draw magic runes.
He would like to know if you have arcane studies here. Stop that. No arcanus.
Okay, then I look at him. I'm like, "What's your favorite type of food?"
Stop that. I know you're gonna make her smell like it. Don't do it. It's weird. Stop being weird.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Are you gonna make something taste like that
No.
to give it to her?
Nope. I'm not gonna cast any spells.
He's gonna cast 5 spells.
Quickened.
That's still part of any.
I generally eat what the city provides.
And your favorite is?
That house over there.
Normerish?
Huh?
Normerish.
What's Normerish?
Kind of turns and walks across the garden some distance, and to an area with sort of like almost like a purplish, like sort of pointy topped fungus that has stripes of orange that sort of run down from the side.
Man, that looks poisonous. With all of its bright colors.
In the Underdark, it matters less.
I recognize it.
Make a knowledge nature check.
8.
You do not.
Okay.
You do not have that one.
Take a bite.
Do you like reach? Like it is actively growing in the ground.
It's not pluckable. Or
Can I just try
He just lends down and bites it.
You would be better to have it prepared so the outer layer is removed.
So no.
I believe. Is it poisonous in that state?
It is not strictly harmful, though.
Tastes
It'll
like
send
dirt.
you on a bit of a trip.
Huh?
I've been on a few of those.
Wait. No, I wasn't there for that. I was gonna ask, do the cat folk come over here and buy that from you?
You heard it, Eric. It's a pocket adventure item.
I'm going on an adventure.
So, miss, if not being too intruded, what do you do here?
Oh, I tend the temple grounds.
You're
Yes, he knows. It
Oh.
happens sometimes. What is the temple to? I will look at it. Do I see any?
You see what looks like well-tended gardens of different types of fungus and mushrooms and mosses, and there are assortments of stones that appear to sort of lead, into raised platforms, now covered in a slight moss.
Yeah.
So does this guy make stacks of holy might?
We have priests who can create such thing.
Because we had ventured out from the Drow City and saw those and wondered if they might be an object that can be purchased.
Yeah, they won one.
So has everything been peaceful around here lately?
For the most part. There's always things on the outskirts of the Myconid's territory, but very little of large danger makes its way to the city. Small threats can make their way through. He just looks over you. But most larger forces that try and make their way through, crashing through the ground, here will be whittled down by the
Environment. Yeah. He's like, I'm come up to the wood elf, like physically. And I'll hold it, and he's like, I'm Henwick, and
This dude's gone a bit native.
Other than swing it out, I'm gonna. Where is my name list?
He's like, oh man, what's up?
I am Ost.
yeah. Well, we kind of came here as a curiosity, but so we're looking at the different stuff that the priest can make, right?
And if any of it is available for sale. Or even just observation.
We have a variety of things. While not for sale per se, there are always opportunities to receive blessings for donations.
So explicitly for sale. Oh god, all of my snarky comments they can hear now.
Question: you provide blessings, and they can make items of power. Who's the strongest person in the city? Is it the sovereign?
The sovereign is certainly powerful. Well, do you know much of Myconids?
No.
And he again just sort of turns and walks away. This time going up, sort of some of the mossy steps to sort of the raised platform, and just sort of. Does anyone follow or? Yeah. And he just sort of finds an area up there where there are just sort of stone benches with a nice soft coating on them that he sort of takes a seat on.
Okay. Remain seated.
Yeah. So it sits down. Myconids, sovereign can mean two things. Yes, I would certainly say a sovereign would be the most powerful here. They're not, strictly speaking, the sovereign of political power who runs the city itself. We have a few of them working within the temple here, and their might full with the zeal of Alona has certainly strengthened them beyond.
Elhana?
EHLO, Lana, I guess it could be Lana. Yeah, whatever. Alona.
The person who made the quiver.
Yeah, Elona. Yeah.
We'll just shove all sorts of stuff in there.
Alright, so they worship the god of the quiver.
Wait, isn't she the god of, like, woods?
She's the lady of the Beastlands.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was the elf goddess or whatever.
Nah.
Is she goddess of Myconids?
She might be like elvish, but she's really like a beast.
Not. Yeah,
Okay.
Do you know much about Myconids?
I would know less about Elhana.
I don't know. You really need to take another feat. Just grab some religion.
I have religion.
Oh, then
I'm trained in it.
You could probably
Yeah,
roll
you
that.
can make a religion check if you like.
18.
23?
23? From that you've heard of her, you've never heard her associated with Myconids, but you've not heard much of fungus people before being down here anyways, so. And even once down here, you didn't really hear about them until.
Elhana's into Myconids. Neat.
Mm-hmm. What else is she into?
Well, fungus people, apparently.
Beasts.
Just take a picture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I pressed the right button, but it took a picture instead. I might have pressed both buttons.
Beast, and she's kind of like a druidic ranger god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the bird's beak.
Zinch.
I'm looking at knives.
Dun, dun, dun. He's not looking at guns. That's progress, right?
Well, I don't usually. We're generally playing Candy Crush.
Constructive uses of time.
I just got my new knife set, and I'm very excited about it. And I was like, about
Shush! Shush!
But,
Pretend you're looking up game rules or making. Yeah.
It would probably only deal 1 damage. It's a very small knife. It'd give you pluses to cooking, though.
So, we're listening to Elfman's story.
yes.
Or is he just saying not all sovereigns are sovereigns, but the sovereign
Yeah.
would always
They're-
be a sovereign?
Basically, he describes that there are sovereigns are the largest of the Myconids.
Yeah.
There is also a sovereign of this city, which is like a political title.
Yeah.
Given that
Would a sovereign always be the sovereign?
Yes.
given that we've got those gray mushrooms who are essentially, for a better term, wild on the outside.
Mold. people, yes.
So do the the sovereigns, the larger mushrooms, do they act as like synapse creatures or something for like a mushroom hive mind?
Not particularly, no. Each is an individual.
Okay. They just have greater interconnectivity.
Yes. The mold ones, the veggie pygmies, they're just a bit more of a more primitive group. They were given the opportunity for protection and guidance, and they did not shy away from it, so...
It does
They have
kind of
been-
look like they are a front line of defense against the wilds, though. And I haven't seen any in town.
That is true.
Okay.
So, who's the most powerful sovereign then?
Well, I don't know. One from another. That's, I'm sure, up to some debate.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see your...
So they're sovereigns
Divine.
in the church?
Of course.
Okay. If we
And
could
if you'd
visit.
like to. Certainly. And sort of walking back down the stairs and around the back of this sort of raised platform is another set of stairs you hadn't seen because it goes down. And it sort of meanders down below that raised platform, say, about 40 steps before the room opens up. And it is just sort of a bit of a tighter path for some of you than might be desirable.
Yeah, that probably is pretty bad for the 8-foot dude.
Yep. But otherwise, it opens up at the bottom, and there
Heck, that's
are...
probably not good for the sovereigns either.
no, and in seeing them, you have little concept for the idea that they would be able to leave. But it does sort of lead to its own little round chamber somewhere below-ish the garden. And there are books on the wall, and...
While we're walking to the elf, and he's like, so do they eat the mushrooms, or are they cool with that?
Well, yes.
So mushrooms eating mushrooms. Food
Well,
mushrooms.
they wouldn't.
Well, it's not like cannibalism. No.
No.
They
wouldn't
should
eat
fish
other-
all the time.
like an insect.
Yeah.
We eat other mammals.
Yeah. And
But we tend to
slugs.
shy away from great apes.
Yeah. We generally don't eat other, monkeys. Generally.
Yeah.
Yes. Thus, the myconid probably would not eat something so similar as a veggie pygmy, but another just mushroom is still just a mushroom.
Yeah.
I asked him, and he's like, do they got like white button here?
The simplest of cooking mushrooms.
I have no idea what that...
It's a type of
Except for
mushroom.
mushroom.
Does it grow in caverns, or does it grow in
I'm
forests?
sure you could.
Because I'm thinking it is probably more of a forest.
Probably grow in caverns, at least ways from the mass production, because it is one of the more common ones.
Then perhaps.
Okay.
Wherever it grows in poops. People need to clean off their mushrooms.
Isn't it usually sanitized poop, to be fair?
Okay. Sure.
But poop is poop is your
It's
answer?
still poop.
So it's like, so where do you go for meals? I mean, do you just eat here at the church, or
Usually.
is there any?
Spend most of my time tending to this.
No. Would you mind if we helped you prepare dinner or something? We were looking to figure out what we were going to do for our meal.
Are there any inns or anything for outsiders in the city?
Of course.
No, there's only inns for people who already have houses.
Admittedly,
You looked
the
at
primary business is going to be others from within the city, yes.
Mhm.
If any house needs to be, say, regrown or repaired, one might have to vacate it for some time.
my character's thoroughly confused about why people keep talking to him.
It's like... Oh, yeah, because you're psychic right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the have you been here for like an entire year or more?
Oh, yes, many.
Is there any like unusual seasonal type events that that would be interesting to talk to about?
I raised my eyebrows like, does anywhere in the Underdark have seasonal events? It's like, I didn't even think you'd know of seasons.
Time of year events?
Yeah. The best they might get for that is there'd probably be some seasons where flooding would be more relevant as far as the waters that pour down.
I don't know. Do mushrooms have like a mating season or something?
There's no specific seasonal events. No. We have carried over a couple festivals that were from the surface, but
Harvest?
it's really been within the religious structure. Harvest or hunting.
Yeah. When's harvest season?
We're still a few months away.
Okay.
I don't know if you're just asking for general background stuff, but it feels, what's the word? Scary when you ask questions like this.
Yeah, it's terrifying. If I give the wrong answer,
my
my world breaks.
Yes, Henwick's gonna take over with the mushrooms.
I know. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he's gonna back me into a corner and he's gonna win the game.
It has something to do with festivals.
No, I just, my character's like feeling trepidation for this poor elf. Like, you're asking very pointed questions. Not like, how's the weather around here? What special seasonal events do you have?
Yeah, just random.
Would any of them be
questions.
vulnerable to mass bombing?
I would like to point out, as a dungeon master, what I hear right there is Ryan is saying, hey, would you like to introduce some sort of festival that's about to happen that we can spend more time here with? That is basically what Ryan just said.
Stop wasting my time!
Yeah. And thus, I answered for you. It's like I had nothing in mind, so...
No, it's
Why-
always
why,
Ryan.
Jimmy, where-
Ryan wastes all of the time.
Hi, Jimmy, where you gotta be?
I gotta be floating the lithids, maybe.
Okay, we'll do it with his neck. We'll go ahead and grab the compass and throw it away and get it back later.
Well, who knows? The compass might now point you lithids.
No. If we grab the compass and we like chuck it down, he'll get it later.
Mhm.
It'll come back to him. It's like a boomerang.
It's one of his magical properties he hasn't found out about yet. You attune to it, it always comes back.
I don't think that's
That's not how it usually works.
No, just this particular item.
Alright, so we're going
Downstairs.
Yeah.
to the church.
And there are a couple of the much larger Magonids and many others, and it is like a crowded room, somewhat large, but there are probably 35 to 40 Myconids that are just sort of working and doing things, sort of moving around and working about within this sort of little...
Are there any like observances that we need to be aware of? That we need to...
Protocols.
Well, whatever. Ritualistic behaviors that we need to participate in.
Do you follow Alana?
No.
I'm like, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything.
You get to, technically, you do get to choose whether your thoughts are projected or not.
And it's like, what god? I don't... And he's like, gods, we've got gnome gods. There are gnome gods that take care of us. Yep, sure are.
Well, as not a follower, you've no need to do more than just general respect to what is told, and there's no assumption that you're going to know more than any other outsider, or really more than any of them did before I arrived here.
So you're a missionary then?
I suppose that would be a good term for it.
Well, will you be a pilgrim?
Yeah.
John Wayne, no. John Wayne, you know John Wayne?
Or did you mean to come to the Underdark? I've known some...
First, I did set off, but in taking refuge from the wilds, I found myself here after some time.
And it's just such a fun guy that you couldn't leave.
Well, they have quite a...
As I laugh to myself hysterically inward.
They have quite a rigid structure within the city, but was little to lend their heart towards. But it was soft and yearning. Are you laughing at the fact that he assumes them to have hearts?
No, because it's soft and yearning.
Yeah.
Okay, that I don't even get the joke. The fact that he is just presuming the fungus to have a heart.
I mean, I think objectively they don't.
No, he's getting into, like, poetic type speech right now. It sounds like he's going to be writing a trashy novel.
The soft yearning hearts were beating faster as the Count came in through the door.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know your kind of novels, Bob.
No, I'm just making fun of him.
Dude's got a hobby. Let him have a hobby. Soft and yearning mushrooms. Dude's got his own, whatever.
You do you, mushroom man.
Yeah, it's like, you do you. Take a trip.
You know I can hear your thoughts, right?
Did you know that we could hear what you were thinking?
Wait, are the mushrooms playful?
Yeah, they are.
Can you hit him for me? Seriously, hit him for me.
You mean giggle along with them? Yes, do that.
Don't make me turn down the AC, Bob.
I got more coats. I keep myself warm with my sense of humor.
For a second there, don't make me turn this DN car around.
You won't.
I'll just DM facing this way.
That won't save you from my sarcasm. Nothing will.
So, in the big hollow 40 mushrooms, we see some sovereigns. What are they working on or doing down there?
Reading,
But anyway,
Hold on, I have to think of a way to say this that Bob's not going to turn into a joke. Because the first thing that came into my mind was absolutely going to get made fun of.
I'm not.
We're on a roll right
I'm
now,
just
so
making
he has
fun
to
of
be...
the
No,
because he uses-
this is one that I came up with. No, if I say that, that's a word that's going to get laughed at. That's going to get a snicker. But basically, yeah, working on crafting. They're crafting things.
alright.
So much less poetic way of saying it than I'd like to use, but
Handcrafts or something? Or just general tools and stuff?
working on things of mushroom and fungus.
nature,
Yeah, that basically the materials from which they have to work in the city, as far as you've noticed, is different types of mushrooms, far beyond what you've ever imagined, and rock.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to save the princess, Luigi.
No, that was a couple sessions ago.
And you didn't.
Mushroom Kingdom.
That's the joke.
Yeah, well, I got to it.
The fact that the Luigi wasn't the kickoff in that sentence.
Nope, Mushroom Kingdom was.
Ryan ran a game where we had to fight Bowser once.
Yes. But anyway, I asked him that question, but I get around to asking him the question: are there any mushrooms that would allow us to bounce on them?
I just stop on the stairs and look at you. Why?
Nothing specific.
Bouncies are fun.
All I could do
Many of the mushrooms have a structure that could be technically bounced on, but I warn any of the ones large enough to do so tend to be high enough up that a misbounce could cause great harm.
Okay.
I forget, did you pick up Featherfall?
No, he's got that.
Oh, okay. Me. That is a whole lot less lightning-y than I would expect from you.
Super useful, though.
Kind of windish.
Yeah. It was free.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Approach the Sovereign.
I didn't spend any of my sorcerer spells on that.
Hail, Sovereign.
Magic Initiate.
Hail, Sovereign. We've come to visit.
I just go around looking at the...
Sunlight upon you.
Ah, yes, sunlight. Whoa.
Do you actually create sunlight?
Like a little miniature one.
Is the spell just light, or are you using a light that creates a sunlight effect?
Oh,
Yeah, we don't have access to that.
no, I wasn't using like an actual sunlight spell. I was just doing like a
Okay. Just a little, okay, yeah.
praise the sun.
Phrases they use. vulnerabilities they have.
They have radiant vulnerability? Sunlight vulnerability?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so does... I believe
No.
you do.
Nope.
Nope.
No, only the evil underground races have that.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a sensitivity, yeah.
Deep dwarfs.
Yeah.
And orcs or goblins or kobolds, one of them I think also has it.
Right.
I mean, it's like, well, my friends were wondering, like, if there were any sort of, we know about these Staffs of Power things. I think about the stuff that we saw with the Drow, and they were wondering if there were anything similar that you would be willing to trade for or sell.
Trade for a donation.
Certainly. What type of currency would you be using?
We have
I asked him to.
gold.
I asked him to briefly flip through what he accepts.
Dance off.
Well, many of your type use the golden coins. I'm not sure how long you've been in town. I don't get out.
Okay.
I wouldn't know if you've been here long enough to utilize local coins.
Actually, most expensive stuff is iron.
What? What'd you say?
I just think, no, we just used all the iron coins.
Oh. Nice to see you've been around for a while.
You finally found a place to spend your fake money.
Hey, at least I'm not broke anymore. I have all the iron coins.
Yeah, and it's like, do you have what things do you value more?
Well, iron is a local currency we use. We can do an exchange if we need to. And
What's the
we can-
exchange for?
well, you would generally need to do that at one of the government buildings where they could make a pilgrimage to convert the coinage.
Would I have to wait for them to return?
Well, no, they can generally cut the fee out for the time and advance the money if needed.
I ask him if it's just like money that they want, or if they accept things that our types would consider unusual, like, I don't know, a specific type of a mushroom.
Oh, how much iron do you have, Ryan?
Oh,
You mined for it.
yeah, I've got pounds of it.
Do you bring that specifically up?
And it's like if you value
Because
iron.
the idea is, and he'll convey, perhaps.
They're fungus. There is one thing that we have that they have trouble getting, and he motions you to the outhouse. Please fill this up.
It is not the metal of iron that is of value. It is the value that they have given to the minted currency.
Faith-based economies. Why is our paper money worth money? Because we say so. Okay.
Well, that's insane. No, what's insane is other countries believe it too.
What's really good is that nobody will ever be crazy enough to call the bluff and actually demand payouts on this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what keeps it afloat.
Yeah. And then it's like, so, yeah, is iron, I guess, iron coins which value most, or what?
Well, yes, we can take iron coins. Iron coins are what I would directly work through, although some others could convey through other currencies. Of course, if you wish to barter, there are certainly things we can. Specifically, funguses are what we have, though if you have things from the outside land that could be of use, we would not shy away from it.
While they've been talking, I've been looking around the shop and seeing if any of these items seem interesting. They're all made of fungus and rock. But
It is not a shop.
oh, it's not a shop?
No, you are in the temple.
Oh.
There are books, and there are just things that are stacked up.
Well,
And
I
you
know-
have little concept for what is artifact, what is an art piece, what is...
Well, I know it's not
I
like
just
a
figured the
shop,
dude,
but a workshop.
where would the shops be?
No.
So I think of the dude.
There are many shops amongst the city streets.
We have many tapestries.
So, Do those shops also sell items such as the Staffs of Power of Flame? Or is that only a church item?
We're kind
they
of
would,
directed
they
here.
have some minor things. They tend to have more potions and alchemical things. We tend to the greater, more powerful of items, of course, come to the church,
Oh.
as mighty power comes from the divine.
Okay, could you give us like a rundown of what you got or what you could make?
And if you would be willing to trade it, if we
Yeah,
got a
as far
donation
as
of
like
iron
stuff
coins.
that you're willing to actually part with.
You don't have any iron coins, Nick.
No, we could go get them exchanged for iron coins.
Yeah, they have whatever. They do have a variety of the rods that shoot out flame like substance. They have
Rauda
mostly,
fungal ropes.
yeah, basically they have various rods, staffs, wands.
Are we
They
talking
have
actual magical
focus-
ones, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do they actually have a rod of rope?
Rauda fungal rope.
The initial answer is, of course not, no, but then also, roll a luck check.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. It's like,
Wait.
no, it was just him that got to do that.
Inspiration.
Don't think that would help. Not to his one, but
Did he actually roll a natural one?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Doing from the start.
No, just wasn't meant to be at this point.
So rod, staves, and wands.
Wands. If you're thinking that they are the rod, staffs, and wands within the
book.
the core book, that is not the ones that they are.
Do they have anything storm themed? Lightning themed?
Storm, that thing I've never heard of before.
Alright, gotta take a quick look at the cleric list because that is all they have access to here.
I believe clerics get access to call lightning. That's not I would really like to have, but I'm not allowed to. Or is that Druid only now?
Do you know offhand what level that was?
3.
Really? Is it any good? I thought it was one of those concentration and bonus action spells.
Oh, I don't know, but call lightning, super cool.
You have to be outdoors, don't you?
Yeah, I do not see it on the cleric list. Although technically, hold on, they are a specific type of cleric that might have it added.
3 only.
Hold on,
Call
they might
lightning.
actually have it. Give me a second. Nature. No. It would have to be Tempest to have it. And they are nature.
So I'm guessing awaken calm animal, stuff like that.
So, healing things.
A wand of healing? Or a rod of healing?
Yeah, they might have some sort of healing staff, or perhaps something to animate dead.
They're into animating dead?
Well, that's certainly things that happen. Just because a body passes from one state does not mean it needs to remain useless by any means.
Ah,
He's a necromancer. I'm sure he's into that.
Like, you have necromancy staves?
Well, nothing strictly of necromancy, but they do similar
He's
things.
got an animate dead thing.
Mm-hmm.
We do have, for example, some crystalline rocks that have been imbued with some greater spell power. It can control massive forces of undead in dire need.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not a plot hint at all.
Not at all.
Do they have rings of annual friendship?
That is not a Rauda staff
Yeah.
or a wand.
So they don't have rings?
I have a ring. Let's see here.
So those
I think animal friendship is going to be up. Yeah, that's for someone that's not on that list. I
those
guess nature probably might be on
those
there.
crystals. Are you? Would that be something that you would use when you help us?
He has no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, it's like, oh, we've been hearing rumorings of war that's coming, and we had spoken with one of the other sovereigns, and
The sovereign.
well, the political sovereign, and he said that he might involve if blow comes to blow.
Well, I do not know of anyone that has quite mastered the use that we may use them in that, though I suppose, depending on when it happens, one may have figured it out.
So, what are those running?
Well, what do you have?
Well, I have whatever glowing fluorescent fungus ink that I use to draw my pages.
We can make such a thing if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Very common within the alchemy shops.
Yes.
I think like they said,
They have
they
the
have mushrooms. Mushrooms are not the thing of value to trade to them.
I got tiny stone spikes, some rope, rations, backpacks, crowbars, hammers, pittons, torches, tinder boxes, water skins, mining picks, some ruby dust that's mine that you can't have.
Don't
That's
include
what
it
I
on the
want.
list.
Oh, well then, that's what I'm interested in.
And they don't have a rod of rope.
They do not.
Then there's nothing for me here.
They only have like stabs of cleric stuff.
Yeah, which I'm interested in the staff of healing.
Don't we need to be clerics to use the staffs now? Or does 5th edition just let you have them? And go nuts with it.
I don't know.
Pretty sure you've had a character that just had it and just went nuts with it.
That the Rod of Healing.
Yeah.
The Rod of Healing is not a staff.
No. I don't know if there is a staff of healing. I know there is a healing item that is either a wand, a staff, or
There's the
a
Rod of Healing, which is super sweet because you can burn all the charges to resurrect people.
Mhm.
With a chance of destroying it.
I got 12 daggers.
I have 12 daggers!
Yep.
Heat.
Camera's hot. Go cool it off.
I have my attuned magic items, my stuff for my undead. My
I don't know. Do you happen to have money that you can change into other money? They might be interested in their money.
No, these are mushrooms. They don't care about money.
I don't think he listened to the first half of the conversation, did he?
Well, the dude's like, yes, other people use money, we use money.
We have our own money. We like our
Our money's
Into
better,
money. Yeah.
but you can exchange your money for my money.
Yeah, that's the whole.
I guess to go to the bank.
Do you leave this?
Well, there's nothing here for me.
No.
So, because I don't have the one thing I would like.
How many iron coins are the crystals?
Well, like I said, what do you have?
10 iron coins.
It would be 15.
15. I need 5 iron coins.
Tough toenails.
What are you gonna do them?
Change them for money.
Just go hand them back and, want to see how much gold you can get for them.
Okay, so what do they have? They have. You just keep like. Do they have?
Yes, he kind of he doesn't like. It's not like he has like a list of here is our stuff. He has said yes, they have the staffs of sacred flame. They have the
Fire staff.
yeah. They have some sort of crystal that seems to do some sort of necromancy-ish thing that he could try to master. They have staffs of healing.
What are the staffs? What do the staffs of healing do?
He's checking right now.
Yeah, they let you do like healing, cure wounds, restorations, magic cure wounds.
Is it a charge thing or times per day?
It's charges.
But they recharge.
Yeah, that's how charges work.
Okay,
Yeah.
so times per day.
Yeah.
Not
He wouldn't-
runs out of charges, no longer useful is what I was asking.
He thinks of charges like
Okay,
wand
so
charges.
you want the stupid thingy?
Yes.
Okay, so we want one of the stupid thingies, one Rod of Healing, and how much for the Rod of Healing and the Staff of the Eternal Flame?
Or the flamey staff.
Yes.
Also, are you whatever? I was told that the sovereigns were especially powerful. Are you able to resurrect people?
We have been able to bring people back. Yes.
Oh, so there's somebody here who can revive people who died.
If need be, is there someone you have lost?
No.
But it's just good to know where a cleric powerful enough to cast
yes,
that is.
Yeah, yes, there's somebody I lost, but I don't have their body.
True resurrections, no body.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
They probably have where he's dead.
And it's like, yes. There is somebody who's dead that I'd like to bring back.
Is it within the last week?
No, we've traveled around too much.
Yeah, exactly. So that's resurrection of 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been more than 100 years?
No.
Do you know where the body is?
Gone.
No. Then true.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, more than a week, or maybe about 10 days, and it's not quite.
Within your body.
The soul lingers too far beyond reach to pull back.
Okay. I will continue to look elsewhere.
I don't know.
For all three, the crystal, the staff of healing, and the...
Do you have a rod of alertness?
Is that even a
not that I
thing?
recognize.
I think about what it is.
What?
It's a rod that whatever gives you the ability to look at stuff, detect stuff, and then if you drop it on the ground, it spreads out light and helps you. And
I don't think
detects
fifth edition
invisible
have one.
creature.
Well, 5th edition won't have it, and I don't think that would be Claire. That would definitely be an arcane
Yeah,
thing.
they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it exists.
Staff of healing,
What about control water? That's a cleric thing.
nothing that we have at the current moment.
That I'm not allowed to have myself.
Do you have a rod of guidance?
I just want the spell forever.
We could say, yes, we have...
Okay, I want that.
We would have a staff of... Okay, so we are looking at the staff of healing, the wand of guidance, the rod of sacred flame, and the crystal. That would be 70 iron coins.
I give you 10.
How many iron coins do you got?
98.
No. Those iron coins are evidently super valuable.
What's the exchange rate?
Assuming that would be done through the banking.
No, I was thinking not a game. Like, is the exchange rate ridiculous, or they just have a really screwed up idea of what money is?
You'd have to find out what the exchange rate is to know for sure.
Okay. Now I have 38 iron coins.
Okay. But yes, so that is Staff of Healing. You will write it down and then you will pass it out because you Staff of Healing. You get Crystal of Undead War Magic.
Okay. It's a crystal, not a staff?
Yes, well, no, the crystal is Undead War Magic. It is a Wand of Guidance, and it was a Rod of Sacred Flame. The Staff of Healing is Dungeon Master's Guide 202. I will have to work with you, and we'll be going over the crystal over time, and you can start working on it. I have a basic idea, but the actual end result, I still have to figure out.
Well, that is dangerous. Only I can use the Staff of Healing, but it's an attunement slot.
Now your sword can heal people. Yay.
Does the Staff of Healing say it can be used as well?
You don't know. Let's see.
No, wait, I still have the freaking
Wait,
illusion bracers.
What happened when you tried to break an item that would not work?
And it went clank.
Yep.
And it's like, we could try to break it.
I will warn you of breaking whatever the item is that sunders other items. Once it starts breaking even the stuff it doesn't, but until then.
Yeah. Now, the question if I get the sunder item ones, will it absorb their powers or just break magical
Exactly.
items?
I'll probably just break magic item. Okay.
Does my cantrip wand have charges, or is it just infinite?
First, the rod of Sacred Flame, which basically shoots out what is actually, therefore, radiant damage. But basically, it is as Sacred Flame as an 5th level caster, so 2d8. And that has...
Alright. Who's taking that?
I don't know, we just thought it was cool and kind of picked it up along with everything else.
What do you guys?
It's
Well,
like
all these things are clearly mine. I paid for.
Yeah.
Whoever's in melee and needs a attack that requires a saving throw.
What?
That's when you use like those saving throw based spells. Is when you're in melee and don't want to.
Yeah, they don't have axes, they don't have shields, they don't have armor.
When you want to
And
attack a saving throw instead of their AC.
Yeah,
is
they
when
don't
you-
have.
That's
most
what that's
importantly,
They require you to
Rauda
by
girl.
casters.
But luckily, my, couple levels in Bard give me access to a bunch of cleric stuff.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this twofold. As far as the Wand of Guidance, it has 6 charges, regaining 1d6 per day for using guidance. However, it may be attuned to, and if you are attuned to it, then it does not use a charge to use the item.
Okay.
Is guidance the weak inspiration?
Yeah. It's whatever baby skill check bonus.
Yeah.
It's sort of the... I will give it to you both ways. I will let you just infinitely have that if you want to eat an attunement slot, or I will also make it where it doesn't have to, and you can get it at least a few times a day, enough to be useful.
I attune to it. I get rid of my hat.
Uh,
Aww.
I get rid of... Can try to do whatever cantrip to I get this cantrip.
Yes.
I don't know. If you had the illusion bracers, could you cantrip and then cantrip?
Maybe to 2 different people.
Because I'll obviously be getting rid of those. And you're the next likely person for that.
But yeah, as they collect and count out their ones, it takes them sort of a while to maneuver through to where they have each item sort of put on a various shelf, and he kind of collects things and sort of brings it over and goes and gets another little... he seems very cautious moving around the room with all the other...
Smaller.
yeah,
machinids.
smaller machinids around, but...
Baby mice.
Thank you.
Now we have a flashlight / burn stick.
Yes.
As we just walk through the thing, just that lit up on the top. Is it like...
It is not light.
All of a sudden, there's a lot of arson in this town.
No. What I'm saying is just having it is infinite cantrip just on fire, like an 8-foot line of fire coming out of the top as you're walking.
Single target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I target up. I don't actually know the range on it, if it's a just
60
short
feet, I
line.
think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're little bolts of fire.
No, it is like a burst of flame that goes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This is whatever. Sacred Flame is. I point at the target bursts into flame. It's like no intervening travel time. It's
This does shoot out like
okay.
like
then
flame.
that's different than Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it
based on
functions
it.
the same.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it functions the same. It also is not a white flame. It looks like an actual flame, but still does the radiant damage.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. It's using Sacred Flame statistics, but it wouldn't be mechanically identical.
Well, it's still
Yes, what?
using radiant damage.
Well, Sacred Flame can go.
Sacred
Sacred Flame can hit stuff behind like solid barriers.
Can it?
Yeah, well, it's saving throw. If I can see you, you're gonna get hit by it.
Well, yeah, you just shoot over there.
So
But you're saying it's not
if you can see through like whatever a pane of glass or something, and then it's just like it goes through it, or a forceful. That's just how that cantrip works.
Yeah, just no benefit from cover.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how saving throw ones work.
Yeah. Which is mechanically, yes, it still functions like that. No benefit from cover.
Okay. So
It is still shooting out from this, but
It'll just
It's-
whip around things or
it's homing
phase.
fire.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're targeting that
it
thing.
is a divine source of fire.
Okay.
It is actually homing fire. You can see them, and it'll get there.
And whatever. So it's Sacred Flame with an additional visual effect.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is visually different.
All right.
Okay, so is there other shops in this place?
Yeah. I mean, not down here, but once you go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at other shops and see if there's anything more. I don't know my speed.
Uh,
Like
You're a
Rauda
fully
rope.
cut out. Yeah. Does it have? Well.
yeah. What we're if you were looking for more weapon kind of things, that happens to be weapon and armor happens to be their biggest down side.
Well,
Not a fighter.
I mean, there's. Okay, so utility-wise, I can see, I can speak, I can move.
Personally,
There
I
are
think,
potions here.
I would
There
say
are potions. There are poisons.
I don't need poisons or potions.
Okay, I thought maybe you'd want to coat a weapon with a poison, but okay.
Why would I want to do that?
More damage.
Damage.
Nah.
Do you know what the poison condition does?
Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help me.
It was you having advantage that helps
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it took me a moment to remember.
yeah, I think your next biggest upgrade would actually to be get Jimmy an aura of protection, and then have him stand next to you.
Yeah, looking at the errata there, apparently, like, Sacred Flame is about the only spell that gets to do that.
Not exactly true, but
Because they mentioned spells like hold person, hold monster. Those don't work through those. You can't cast any spells through things that you don't have line of effect to.
Unless it says that you do. Which
Unless
Sacred
you-
Flame specifically does.
Yes, unless it says you can.
yeah,
Otherwise, you can't.
yeah, we've got like very specific things to do because
Yeah.
like whatever.
But no, the errata tends to be the clarifications of, hey, this doesn't say one way or another. If it doesn't say, then no.
I can get rings of protection, right?
There are
That's it.
attunement slots for an AC. I think you're all tuned up, aren't you?
I have 3 things.
Yeah, that's all your slots.
Would there be stuff that would give me more health?
There are things that can give you, like, amounts of temp HP for a day.
And con boost.
It's called Jimmy.
I already have a constitution boost. I don't think you can double up on that, can you?
Not from the same source. From outside you can, but also I think he's specifically talking about within this, here. Things that are available in this city.
Yeah.
I don't know if any permanent thing.
I always figure your
These
weak
are one-time use
Yeah.
area.
I figure your weakest sore spot or your saving throws more than anything.
But he already has 2 protection items that up his saves.
I have 1 protection item that ups my saves.
It's out your cloak and ring.
I don't have a ring.
I don't know. Do you have any like teleportation?
I do
Type
not have
of-
any teleportation.
But he does have flight now.
You
Yeah.
get Eldritch Charge at some point. That's a teleport.
Okay.
Whatever. It's an Eldritch Knight ability that they get.
Mhm. So do we want to go look at potions?
You don't have any money, Nick.
Again, I can exchange money.
You have any
Yeah.
money.
No, Jimmy should get an aura of protection.
Yeah. Is there
How would I
anything
get that?
is
I
there
don't know.
any
It's a paladin
items?
class feature, so I really don't know.
Yeah, no, I was like, and how would I get that right?
Literally, I would like to point out, he is the one least capable of getting that. He's the one that actually is not allowed to take some other class right now.
Go back to the Amulet and trade in for it.
Basically, we'd have to go around the vanilla rules.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have to find you something special.
So there's nothing that would up my saves.
There is nothing that would up your saves for more than a day. There are some things that can give you, like potions that would give you a day that, you know.
Yeah, it's not super helpful.
Yeah.
So I guess we spend time exploring the town, talking to mushroom people.
Yep. See if there's anything interesting. Go around, find some dinner.
Yeah, they're easy enough. It's there are inns and there are taverns, and sort of as the light that sort of illuminates the city seems to shift from one of the mushroom from the mushroom that's sort of near the center that has a much warmer light. And over time, it dims throughout the day, and then the more of the cool blue light from the mushrooms that sort of are around the outer, I guess.
Before it gets too late, I wanted to go and ask the political sovereign man if there are any favors that we could do for him to...
You have left your appointment with the political sovereign man.
Oh, well, then I go ask the church sovereign man.
Okay.
And ask him if there's any favors that we could do for the town that would make them more friendly to helping us in the future.
Within the city, if you abide the laws, they tend to be kept happy. As far as the greater needs of the city, I've not been out in a long time.
Mm-hmm. So there's not like a quest that you could give us to help out?
Nothing for the city.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Would you care for some stew?
Yeah, what
We
you got?
begin to cook. And yeah, they just have various stews and things that people are ladling out as someone in the back has been preparing things, and it is very sort of thick. So you have a few different mushrooms. If you join them there to eat, Oust will point out one of the mushrooms within it. That's the one I was talking. That's what I was talking about earlier.
So you want me to try it?
Yeah.
They give you a trip.
It's been prepared.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you only get a trip if you don't prepare it?
Yes. There's an outer coating that can be removed.
So if we go to the inn, can I get some raw nourish?
While they're all doing that, I go to the bank and...
If you really just want to enjoy one, you may pluck one from the garden on your way out.
I go to the bank and get the 39 iron coins exchanged. Figure out what the exchange rate for the iron to gold is.
Yeah, they will give you. You had how much?
39.
39. They will give you in exchange for that. They can give you 39 gold for that.
Buy all of the potions, Bob.
No,
Far
no.
more expensive.
Go back and buy all the magic items.
Yeah.
And resell them at the Drow City.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. I go back to the guy with all the magic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. I want all of that.
What can I get for this much thing?
What else does he have?
Not much in the way that we have still sitting.
Give
around
me
and
everything
one
you have left.
You basically can't fail to turn a profit.
Yeah.
Wait, put 39 iron pieces down on having them develop the Rauda rope.
I don't want to come back here. I don't like this place. It's fucking gross.
I love that is your reason.
Well, have them whatever certain service delivery charge to the corpse cart so it shows up.
Okay, I want to, because there is a chance of something, I want to play through the moment of he gave you the rate of what he would offer for you. Do you just turn and walk away, or do you have a thought towards that, or...
I just think that's ridiculous. Walk away.
Okay. You just head straight for the church again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when he thought gold coins, it was a actual coin, right?
As far as you can tell me.
So he didn't think gold coins as in bars or coins?
Didn't seem like it.
Alright.
You could also ask, will the exchange work the other way?
Do this. Go ahead and say exchange 1 for 1. Go ahead. Exchange. Yeah, turn this one.
As far as I know, it's a coin because that's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, what if he's lying?
Well, then it's not the kind of person you want to do business with.
Then I imagine that's against the law.
Huh? I mean, so you exchange 1 iron piece for 1 gold coin. If he gives you 1 gold piece, you then take a gold piece and exchange it back.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
See, I'm not willing to check their math. That's what he said. I believe him. I'm not going to have him go through rigmarole.
Yes, it didn't match the exchange rate the other way around.
They don't have things I want.
If it's 1 iron for 1 gold, it should be 1 gold for 1 iron. That's how exchange rates do.
But I doubt it.
They might be bad math,
They-
man.
No. It seems they...
That's what an exchange rate is.
Yeah, 1 to this to this. This is the exchange rate.
They value their currency.
Apparently not if it's only worth 1 gold.
No. You might be assuming.
Listen, it doesn't make sense any other way.
These mushrooms and their different thinking processes.
No,
and math.
math doesn't. Different thinking doesn't apply to math.
Yeah.
If the exchange rate is 1 to 1, the exchange rate is 1 to 1.
Or they're just not trying to screw you in particular. It's just they feel it differs that way. It's like, getting gold is worth this much, but to get our currency, you have to pay a bunch more gold.
Then why would I try to exchange 1 coin for 1 gold and then try to change it back? That doesn't make sense.
He might let you undo your opinion right there. However, I will point out the way that it was worded originally was that they can exchange it where they can basically cover the fee for the journey that would have to be made to go use your standard coins. Because they have to take a journey to go use that and convert it somewhere else.
So they don't have a lot of gold on them.
Oh, gold's inconvenient,
Yes.
is what he's saying.
So, my decision is correct.
Yeah, keep on your iron coins
Then why were you trying to get me to exchange it?
to find out what the rules were.
Yeah,
I don't care.
He is not saying you should do this is a good idea. He is saying this is a terrible idea. Let's see what happens. You do it with your money.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, it's not. This is a terrible idea.
It's apparently a terrible idea.
We don't know the rules of how these mushrooms work. Figure it out.
Then you go take your
it
gold
worked
and buy
exactly
an
like
iron
we
coin.
thought.
Yeah.
There were no surprises.
Sorry, I'm going to look through things because.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that has a nice name.
And now I'm thinking of David. Yeah, I gave your special ability a cool name. Well, that gets more power.
Oh, yeah, no. I didn't think you were going to go with the steel. I thought you were going to go with a character whose super powerful was resourceful.
We've done that before. David doesn't like.
I have a luck-based superpower.
David doesn't like that.
We have one other staff that wilts and distorts things that it is used to which you might eat it with. Otherwise, really all we've left is some potions of our own, general healing, such.
What does the staff do?
Decay.
Because it just
Causes
goes
decay. Causes decay.
He whispers in his head a lot. I don't know what decay does.
Decay is when like something is this.
I understand that. I don't know what it does in the context of the game.
It would
Necrotic
rot
damage.
something.
Necrotic damage.
Yeah. It would give disadvantage on an ability check or saving throw with strength or constitution.
How much
And
for
necrotic damage.
How much for that thingy?
6 million iron coins.
That would be 20 iron coins.
He's skeeving you, man.
I feel like that's much more expensive than everything else.
Maybe it's more powerful.
It doesn't appear to be.
No, that's about the same price as your other staff.
The Staff of Healings were just more expensive because you got all of them together. We thought they were evenly split.
Alright. Staff of what's it?
Staff of Withering.
Alright.
Again, that's you only.
Okay, so where's the other magic place?
The potion shop, he means.
They
No.
have basic healing potions here.
I'm not looking for the potion shop. There, he said that he had all the best stuff. Where's the second best stuff? Staff of what now?
Withering.
Alright, so that goes in my bag. And so there's not another place?
Oh, there's
You
not someone
might be
else.
confused.
Yeah, there's not someone else that makes magic items here. No,
But
the only
there's other people who sell them?
there may be. You can go through.
That
general
was the
stores.
inquiry.
He
Have
asked
fun.
the
Have
sovereign.
fun asking who has bought it around town.
Okay, I go around town.
Blackjack.
2. So 3.
I was really hoping he got a 20 and would get his rod of rope there, but I mean, generally you find various same potions, oils,
But no actually magical items.
nothing significant now.
More than a few people tell you about the guy over in charge.
Attunement's just a short rest, right?
1 hour.
Yeah.
So I'm attuned to my rod of
Takes an hour.
bonus.
Okay, so there's nothing.
You find someone that has a little arcane sort of pouch that every day at dawn creates about a day's worth of a bland but sufficient amount of mushrooms to feed one person for a day.
How much for that?
That would be 8 iron coins.
Can I negotiate that down?
You can certainly try.
I got a 4.
Well, I'm still gonna roll.
No, 8 is the.
Okay, 8.
Now Bob doesn't have to buy rations. He can just splurge on more snail meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, snails with mushrooms are probably tasty. So, bag o' mush. Bag o' mush.
And then, are you planning on staying at a inn? Just bringing that up as you try to,
I'll sleep on the street.
iron. You're gonna sleep with it.
I keep. Okay, so there's nothing else though.
Not that he had that was magical, other than nothing that you're.
What about jewelry? Or
there
stones.
there is jewelry, but generally the jewelry doesn't involve stones so much as braided and such sort of.
Okay, so none of the general stores have anything of value.
Not from your perspective.
Yes. Potions are really valuable.
So you could have just said no, they don't have anything of value.
No.
They have things of great value, but not from your perspective.
So they don't have anything of value.
Not to you, they don't.
Yeah.
We can keep at this all day.
Yeah, he's being right.
They value things. They have things that they find to be of value, but it is not something that you find value in. So I'm not going to go over it because you don't.
So, either the church, do they provide free room and board here?
Not. We only have room enough for the priests,
Okay.
and even then.
Alright, let's go.
just going outside the circle.
Yeah, we'll just go outside.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pay for it. You can.
No, I don't want to try to mess with their iron coins. And we have this neat little rod now. So go out just beyond the pygmy vegetables and burn a circle.
Right.
Yeah, you end up with some of the mold folk sort of gathering around, but like staying in their gray area and just kind of.
It's like, this is obviously sort of...
You kind of, yeah, you notice at a certain point, like, some of them are, like, bringing forth, like something dripping. Just sort of there, people just sort of looking scared at you.
We're here to attack!
Alright. This time I cast Alarm first, and then I go
to put it outside.
and then I cast Tiny Hut.
And I'm guessing you gathered the party to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody specifically stayed in town.
Yeah, no, you just were going different places while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. And once you've gotten in your bubble and stopped, you watch as they slowly start to disperse. How is your alarm set?
It's a
With the spell.
Yeah, it's a mental ping that we get, and if something enters
You
there,
get... mental is just you.
then if it's just me, then
Yeah, I
For
think...
mental, you can
yeah.
audible.
Audible is how it wakes up everyone. Mental is just you.
yeah. So yeah,
What triggers it?
something entering the area that is of sufficient threat. That's
I
not
can't detect that, I can only detect size.
so of large size.
Of large.
Yeah,
So,
Large or bigger.
like, if I walked in, it wouldn't go off.
right.
That is very useful because otherwise
If
they
50
will...
pirates came along, don't worry about it.
Because yes, some of the
pygmies are
veggie pygmies are totally going to crawl over this thing before the evening is through to see what on earth is this.
I eat my raw mushroom.
He just sort of goes completely silent.
I finally get to sleep.
Just
in
sitting there
peace.
going, did I ever tell you about the...
And yeah, you're re-experiencing it. Basically, for the effect, it is basically a vivid re-bringing up of just spatterings of different memories that you have, and it is just
It's
sort of
nostalgic
you are basically living through moments of your past, almost able to, as far as you can tell, you can make your own choices still. Perhaps you make the same ones, but you're
I always make the best choices. Why would I change?
And mushrooms are growing on top of us while he's on
more
his adventure.
fungus kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so stuff's growing on top of us as he's on his adventure.
Yeah.
In our grayish colored mushroom dome.
I'm up
No, this isn't. You are a little bit outside of that. There is literally like a border that they keep with the
What fungus color here?
it is a little bit of a purplish.
Okay, so purplish mushroom dome.
Yeah. And in your dream, at last, the raven breaks free, spitting out from this web of fungus, throwing it off its wings, and flies beyond. But the needle, it spins. It lands beside the needle. It pecks at it. Almost pulling at a needle, trying to point it one way. It points another. Tries to pull it back in the direction it was flying. It points another.
I
after
tried
some
to
time-
memorize like the angle offset, but it's a dream.
It does this for some time before you awake, still, as it is still happening.
In the morning, go ahead and Ryan my illusion bracers and attune to
Do
the
you
staff
just
of
want me
healing.
to hold on to these for you?
If you're not going to use them. Well, hold on. I want to try something first. I lay the staff down and I poke it with my sword.
It's not how it did it before, but
It's like pink. I'm not trying to crush it, but I am whacking it. And it's like the
make
sword
a commitment or not.
It was only iron money. And it's a magical item. It should withstand this.
And yeah, it will absorb it. A staff is a weapon.
Yeah. Sweet.
And so you will.
But I still hand you the bracers. I still can't do to them.
And it's like, I've already got 3 slots.
Anyone want to cast cantrips more? Well, we'll sell them at the corpse guard then.
I put them away in my hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already doped out on attunement slots.
Do you have anything that has charges yet?
No.
Okay. Well, then this is a very easy math. Giving you 10 charges, regaining 1d6 plus 4.
I thought if he's attuned to it, it didn't cost charges.
That's me.
That's his thing.
That's my thing.
And what's the recharge?
It's d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, d20 on a 1, the staff vanishes, and a flash of light lost forever.
I open up my book while we're going to sleep. Flip through. Are any of the demon lords or devils listed in this tome?
No.
Okay. I flip to the chapter on Narrow.
Just a ghostly figure in the background, you know, showing that's an interesting chapter. I wasn't looking at it. Please, by all means, visit me.
Death, evil, trickery.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy.
That one
You're
feels like you're just trying to eliminate Dark Pantheon members
Real
so
high five.
Vecna can...
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's not like the element has the great power of what to actually do given the situation, but it is still giving access to...
It's like, okay, I will listen.
Let's just say it is a being that very clearly has the ability to grant outside power to outsiders in exchange for bargains.
Yeah.
All it now needs is...
Yeah.
Alright, I have somewhere for you to go.
A more powerful outsider. Dude, you can't get up on the rule. It's literally impossible to kill him without him knowing about it.
Is he the guy who makes all the plans?
Weeks in advance.
He's death.
No, he's a deity with the portfolio of death, which means he's omniscient of all death that happens, both like whatever, how many weeks in the past
Cure
and
Wounds,
future.
1 charge,
This is
first spell
also a
level up
problem
to
because I
4.
picked a greater
Lesser
deity
Restoration,
to
2
read
charges,
about.
Mass Cure Wounds,
Yeah,
5
and
charges.
it's like 19. He's got whatever
And rest?
19 weeks or some shit.
No. Well,
17
that one
weeks.
doesn't have it, or...
Yeah, I think he's
doesn't have
like a
it.
17 or 16er.
I don't know what he's thinking.
That's what the D's and that's what Divine Ranks lets you do with portfolios.
Yes, you're talking about someone different than us.
Yeah.
We were talking
Yeah.
about the magic item.
Yeah,
You mentioned Resurrection, which it doesn't have.
The last one we had did.
You might have had a different... That was not the Staff of Healing.
No, we had a Rauda healing.
Oh, well, this isn't the Staff of Healing.
Oh, the one that we had in our...
We had a Rauda. It drops heals and you can burn all the charges for resurrection, but there was a chance it just dies.
Well, so Cure was 1 per level.
Up to
that
4.
we used to like on the dwarf lady that
Yeah,
fell
because she
out
tried
the
to
window.
commit suicide and not teach her.
Oh no! Oh, I was thinking about the dwarf lady that got tossed off by the elven noble.
Less Restro?
Yeah, Lesser Restoration, 2
That's
charges,
what you
Mass
said,
Cure
plot
Wounds,
hook.
5 charges.
Living plot hook.
Come on, living plot hook.
Alright.
So 2 4th level cures and a second... Well, and a 1.
Is it just cure spells or any like cleansing stuff?
Lesser Resto. And Mass Cure.
Neat.
Which I look at and say, that's probably useless unless I'm healing a bunch of commoners after some other thing happens. But
It's everyone in the party get damaged some.
yeah.
It's a bunch of people died from a fireball,
Yeah.
or are dying from fireball.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does that have a number of targets or an area? If I punch a bunch of people up, can I get my heal numbers up?
Betting it's going to be targets.
Yeah.
Targets within certain range.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably like 30 feet, maybe.
Because I'm assuming cure...
X targets plus 1 for every spell level above its level, no 2 which may be more than 30 feet apart. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That sounds like 5th edition standard formula for a multi-target spell.
Which one is it? Cure or heal?
Mass Cure Wounds, 30-foot radius sphere, up to 6 creatures.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 6 creatures.
And how much does it heal? Is it a level 1 cure?
3d8.
Oh, okay, 3d8.
Yeah, it's not garbage.
Okay, so versus 3rd and multiple people. Okay, it's good. Because that's 3 charges. For 2 more charges, you get 6 people.
Yeah. has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yeah.
Most of them don't.
Well, yeah, but at least they don't hurt them now.
Yeah, they don't. Alright, so Sword, tell us. Where are the aberrations that we're hunting down?
So you pretty much didn't wake up until the morning and the stirring of them from your constant dream.
Well, he's an elf and can trance anyways. It's not like he actually needs to sleep. If he sits there and does nothing.
Still needs to trance.
He's a half elf. I don't think he's got that ability.
He's immune. Aren't you immune to magical sleep?
Yes.
And then you trance.
Nope.
No, he doesn't have trance. Elves have trance. Half elves don't.
I just assumed the immune to magical sleep was the trance thing. It's like, I don't sleep.
You've seen Slam and Salmon. You know what happens when you assume.
Make an ass out of yourself.
Yeah.
But of course you wake up and the compass is off pointing in some new direction.
Well, gentlemen, what ho! Onward!
Hold on, given my dream. Sword, how can I follow the compass to get to the destination that you want?
It points to it, you idiot.
Well, it was trying to change the destination, but still using it as part of it.
It literally points in a direction. What are you,
Right.
stupid?
Can I see it real quick? Just.
Look at your hands.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over.
It has a bunch of smudges back there.
It is covered in smooches.
What are the smudges?
Roughly uniform smooches.
There was another trick thing to it that Austin erased.
It actually had a symbol on it, and yeah, there's smudge that will not unsmudge, but you can move it around.
It's like, I can move the smudges around?
Yeah.
This has like some sort of pattern that allows it to do something actually like more useful.
I haven't noticed one.
You haven't played with it either.
Well, no, I just use it to look around.
Yeah.
His god of walking the earth controls where it points.
Thanks.
Perhaps if he asks him to point where we need to go.
See, that wasn't vague at all. It's like, thank you, Sword. You weren't vague and useless today.
To be fair, I could be vague. That's purely me deciding I could be vague and useless, and we could go around this whole other thing, another circle.
Hey man, I like meat.
And another 15 episodes later, I'll have to give it to you straight.
No. As I said at the beginning of this, if you give me vague and useless,
Vague is good for the story that it tells, until the story just needs you to know what's going on.
Yes.
And it was still kind of vague.
The sword says, can you ask the compass to point towards the war we need to go fight?
Well,
A war is a great adventure.
No, it wasn't ask the compass, it was ask
The god, which is the compass.
which is named.
we'll have to wait for it to reset.
Well, ask the question, maybe it'll do something.
We'll have to wait for it to reset. It's already pointing somewhere new now. So we go there, it'll reset, and I'll ask in between.
How about you just ask it as we walk back towards the Drow
You're
City?
very correct. Your idea that, well, your compass is clearly your god.
Mm-hmm. I don't worship the compass.
No false idols.
This is obviously a divine item in connection to Farlingham. You ask the compass, you have a walkie-talkie.
Does that seem like something that he's needed, was a walkie-talkie? I mean, he's like the only one that's figured that out.
Hey, that's how I communicate with my
Yes.
not quite deity.
Yes.
I ask the item, and that's how I get my answers.
I just think, Vecna, what would you do?
Not tell you. What would you do? Not tell you. Well, that is what Vector would do.
Well, yeah, we'll have it centered on a good war right after this next one.
Yeah.
It's already pointing somewhere. I don't want to go around ruining God's plan.
So we start following the compass.
Yeah. Make a luck check.
It's like, come on, we got one more here. 13. Yes, 13.
Wait, have a D4.
Can you D4 a luck check?
That's a skill check.
It's an ability check.
That's like a
1.
14 instead of 13.
Okay.
We're headed off to war.
It just so happens. See what happens when you question God? He knows what's best.
Northeast.
Onward. Ho.
Anything that will be passing by?
Tally ho.
Well, we're going a different way out. So
Yeah, you're going a different way out. More mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
We try not to antagonize the mushrooms.
We have a flamethrower now.
Yes, we still try not to antagonize the mushrooms.
That's a great way to antagonize the mushrooms. You're right.
We actually don't have a flamethrower. Nick broke it.
What are
No,
they?
I didn't break the flamethrower.
And what
I
are they gonna do?
could break the flamethrower. Does anyone need the flamethrower?
Flamethrower is a rod.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not a weapon.
You could beat someone with it. It fires damage.
There were 2 staffs that were bought.
Yeah.
And you can't have mine. I'm selling it
What
for
was
money.
it? Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
It was a staff of
Yours strictly adds a new type of damage that his weapon could have.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I'll buy it from you.
I got some iron coins.
We'll see how much it's worth.
That's not. You just sell it and have better partiness.
I
I will
pay-
give you 4,000 gold.
I will pay you in gratitude
That's-
and goodwill.
That is so much more than that could have been worth if you'd have just exchanged the iron.
Okay.
You're just walking down, just imagine you walking through the mushrooms.
It's like, no, you gotta pay me for that. Okay, I'll give you 4,000. That sounds magic item.
That was
money.
basically 40 gold worth. Yeah.
It was 20.
20, that was 20. Okay, I forgot how much it was. But it would have been like 20 gold worth.
Now I have 4,002 gold.
And you just sort of...
Yeah.
And then I'll grab that as well. Effects of Staff of Withering.
I don't even feel bad about this. I bought you guys everything.
Mm-hmm.
I paid for all this stuff because I decided to carry this stupid coinage around.
Yeah. And literally I was wondering, how long is it going to take for you to get to these guys?
It was like 2
Charges do not change.
Warlock.
Yes, Warlock, yeah. Yeah. Your charges do not change. You still have the same number of charges. You can, when you hit, you can expend a charge to deal an extra 2d10 necrotic damage. He's writing. Yeah, so 2d10 necrotic.
I thought he was drawing interpretive dances of panels to explain it.
And make them, and basically the target must succeed a DC 15 con save or have disadvantage for 1 hour on any ability check or saving throw that uses strength or con. I'll just set this here to...
Con!
So. And because your item already had more charges, instead of having 3 charges for it, it has 10 and eats from your healing.
Does it not have a better recharge, or did it not recharge at all?
its recharge was 3 or D3.
Yeah.
So yeah, your charges are already better.
Yeah.
And I believe now you are up to 4, so you are now at all.
Yeah.
It will, regardless of what abilities or feats or whatever you might get, it will always use all of your attunement slots for your sword. So it basically counts up, uses 1, 2, 3, all.
Yes. You can get rid
Wait,
of
we
the,
got 4 attunement slots?
Hmm?
We got 4?
No.
There's a feat that can get it, so technically... Technically, I counted. He had to get to the 4th one before it was just going to eat up all of them. But now it's just always all, no matter what. He is attuned to this. This sword uses all the treatment slots.
But I can just keep having more attuned to it.
It is one very powerful item.
As long as I'm smashing people in the face with it. So I'm both...
Oh, you can heal them with it now.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I guess lay on shoulder heal.
Yeah, you would probably just turn it to the side and Actually, I think do many of those even need? I mean, I think aren't a lot of those is cure wounds ranged?
Cure wounds is touch.
Mass
Mass cure.
healing word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass healing word, I would hold it up in the light.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Theoretically, I could just actually target an area farther away from me, but
yeah. So
Wow,
it's-
these swords received from watery tarts is
I told you, man. You gotta believe them, ladies and lakes. They give out the good stuff.
still a terrible system for governance, though.
of course, of course.
I don't argue. That's why I refused. Who wants to rule a country like that? Just ain't right.
On to the next person, right?
who is carrying the sacred flame?
Didn't you break it?
No.
It's a rod. Can't break it.
Oh.
me.
It's like you're the one who usually fights with your cantrip, so I figured
It
you
did
were-
not require attunement.
What, we want to give it to Clink?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, let's give it to Clink.
Forgot about Quake. I'll just tell you, I forgot.
Clink now has damage. Good for Clink.
Yeah.
Clink now has 2d8s. You can't run from my damage.
Give me a second. Quink, because Quink has clearly not been with you that whole time. Quink has spent the day that you went about the city with the veggie pygmies.
Why?
Because she found them interesting.
Give them bird feed?
She's trying to get, solo experience, man.
I mean, whatever.
Let's say Quink. Let's just give a.
She pick up Tavern Brawler.
Yeah. Those pygmies just didn't know how to punch someone in the face.
Let's just say she has at this point an extra plus 10 hit points.
Bam.
More than triple what her previous hit points were. Spent the day learning from them.
Good job, Clink. Here, have
What is
a
it, a staff?
It's a rod.
Rod of Sacred Flame.
2d8s and a
Yes.
save.
Yeah, 5th level. I don't know.
What's its save DC?
Well, it's gonna be whatever the base it because it's based at a level, I believe, right? It was a 5th level.
Yeah, 5th level would be the proficiency bonus they'd be using.
Yeah. So no, it just says use whatever.
It's going to be 3.
3, yeah. And assume
Whatever
it's
the
level
stat is.
10 plus 3, so DC 13. Just an easy way to.
So, plus 2 stat, and
We put the Bracer's illusion so she can do it twice a round.
yeah, have that. There you go.
Does she already have bracers though?
Bracers of AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. I feel like she was already wearing bracers.
Well, yeah, put it on her legs.
No,
Chicken legs.
it's not where bracers go.
Counts,
What?
right?
Huh?
That counts, right?
No.
I believe Drizzt put Bracers of speed on his feet because he couldn't wield his swords right with them.
No, that's how he defeated that one dude. Is the dude used the bracers of speed on his arms and Dritz put them on his feet because fighting's more important than swords.
Survival,
For what?
Have a D4.
traveling.
I have a D6 also.
That's a lot of.
Not overlapping bonuses!
Be inspired. Have guidance.
This has gotten to the point where there's a lot of math for one roll now.
We're solely interested ourselves.
One of the things
back.
5th edition did was try and minimize math for a roll, but you just had to add a
30.
number to 30.
Yeah.
You spot a couple of the noise making or explosive fungus in the area and are able to clearly guide a path. Forage plenty of edible mushrooms as you go, enough not to have to worry about even the other party that doesn't have a bag of just food.
Well, I've got 23 days worth of rations as well.
Yeah. Well, no one needs to use their days of rations here.
Knuckle.
And about 2 days of travel leads you back to a section of cavern where it seems to just sort of taper off, and you sort of reach the extent, and you know, you notice for the last couple hours the mushrooms are getting smaller, and you know, the larger ones are you've left sort of behind, and clearly guide no hindrance out of the mushroom
fields.
kingdom.
Yeah. Now that we've got beyond the creep, we don't have to worry about them rushing us.
I believe that's StarCraft restaurant?
Yeah.
Zerg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I
Alright.
played more than my fair share of StarCraft.
I was thinking a Lyra Codex, but apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, no,
But Ryan hasn't read that book, so
No.
StarCraft. Which I've played through on my Let's Play channel.
Yeah.
it's too bad the game's lame.
It's alright.
It's good.
You have to be an
StarCraft 2, particularly, were great games.
You have to
The
play
the in-between stuff was great.
type stuff.
Oh, I liked
Warcraft.
Warcraft and Age of Empires and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like.
The best RTS, Total Annihilation.
I didn't like that either.
They consider that a granddaddy.
It's the best. What began as a war between transfer of consciousness to machines expanded
on
into a
your-
conflict which devastated
Where
a
you're
1,000
going
worlds.
to. And yeah, so you continue to carry on, and now you're wandering back through some small
Normal
sections
caverns.
of cavern.
Wait a second. We're all male.
Mm-hmm.
Except
we're
for Clank.
wayward sons.
Except for Clank, but yeah.
No one cares about Clank.
Are we carrying on?
I think we are carrying on. He said we were carrying on.
I'm very wayward.
I bet there's
on
peace.
my wayward side.
Yeah. Bet there'll be peace.
When we're done.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Peace or pieces.
Hoorah!
Yeah, you're basically getting into there. And I'll say it's getting to be evening at the point where, just based on, at this point you've gotten pretty good of just sort of kind of getting an idea for we're getting pretty close, moving the compass, and you're starting to get we're within about an hour of of the destination as evening is arriving.
Super sweet.
Should we take a nap?
Well, I mean, it'll be
We
there
haven't
tomorrow.
expended anything, but yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if we have to kill whatever it is.
Has at times been friends, at times been foes. You don't
Has
know what
time
you're
been friends that we didn't murder anyway because for some reason people don't like orcs?
Yeah, that's blatant racism. Yes.
Yeah.
They were murdering bandits. I mean, so are we, because we murdered those murderers. But they started it. Not with us, but...
Hey, for all we know, they found those people already dead.
like we did?
It's dangerous down
I
there.
always want to bring people to trial, but no.
That takes too long and we can't steal their stuff. My true neutral says, they obviously broke the law. We can kill them and take their stuff without any guilt.
Street urchin
me out.
stabs people.
No, street urchin sees guys stab people, take his coin purse. Street urchin doesn't feel bad about dropping a rock on his head and taking the purse.
Hey, I saw him steal first, and it's my money now.
Yeah, exactly. He did a bad deed. He got his comeuppance.
Are you gonna-
I am
A force of righteousness,
Are you gonna
force of righteousness and just
You can't steal stolen goods.
And it's like, are you going to turn that into the rightful owner? Nah, I'm rightful
that-
owner.
yeah, that guy's dead.
But he wasn't the. Well, he was the last one that had it.
And that first guy also dead.
Proxy
As I
threat by
recall,
murder.
the ancient law of touched it last.
Also, finder, keeper, loser, sweepers over their dead child.
What did they do to your rat?
Nick ate it.
Nothing. I never had a rat. I was the poorest of street urchins.
He couldn't even afford a rat. Even Ron had scabbards.
Wasn't that a full-grown man?
Yeah.
It was.
Just living with this young teenage boy
Yeah.
in his room.
I think we should really applaud Fred and George for seeing his brother sleep with another man every night and never say or judge him.
We support you, bro.
Peter. Whatever.
Whatever, if that's what he's into, man. No judgments here, all God's children.
I like this girl as girl. Yeah, Ron. Sure you do.
Yeah, I'm sure you like that girl, Hermione. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We bet.
I mean, you slept with Peter for 3 years. I guess it's time for your experimental phase.
So we're sleeping for the night.
Okay, you choose to rest for the evening. Alright.
Not with a man named Peter. But.
No? So an animagus. And yeah, so get as time as I need to end that. Let's go with 5,000 experience.
5 million experience?
81, 1,000 or 100?
100.
81. I think we need another 5.
And we'll find where the compass is pointing next time. Join us for that.
If it was 81, 1,000.